Hi buddies, welcome to Theo's fascinating program. In this video, let's see how the Python typecasting works. First, let's see what is the Python typecasting and let's see an example to better understand what is the Python typecasting. So, Python typecasting. So, there may be a times when you want to type onto the variable, so you have to mention type to any one of the variable. So this can be done with the help of typecasting. So Python is an object oriented language and it is used to define the data types including all your primitive type. So we can make the primitive types. Example, so we can see there is a data type called integer. So if you want the variable to be integer, you can change the type to integer. So int is integer. So integer constructs an integer number from an integral literal or a float point literal or a string literal. So you can change from any one of the type, from an integral literal or a float literal or a string literal, providing a string representing a whole number. So let me show you an example. Typecasting. So I want a number in a decimal for an example. So let's see an example. A is equal to int 2.5. Now I'll just find what is my type of A. So I'll just use a function type and I'll just give the variable name A, and it tells me the type is integer. Now when I just retrieve my A, you can find I get the value as 2. So the value what I have given is called 2.5, but I'm just changing the value, the type, to exactly called integer. So this is how we have to change the value to integer type. So I'll show you some other example. S is equal to, I'll just give it as 20.5 plus 5.5. Now I'll just want to make my value as a integer type. So I just give k is equal to int of, yes, I'll just give it as s. Now I'm just mentioning what is the value present in s. It should be converted to integer type. Now I just give type of k. So I can find the type is int. Now I just retrieve my k. So I get the answer as 26. So this is how we have to convert to any one of the data value to the specific type. Now I want this data to be in a float data type. So now let's see how this float works. Now we know what is the value of k. The value of k is 26. Now I want to make this k value as a floating point type. So I just give a variable called c is equal to, I just give a constructor called float of k. I just give float of k. When I retrieve my c, you can find there is 26.0. I'll just find what is my type of c. Type of C. So type function, it is used to find the data is belonging to what data type. So it shows me float. So this is how the data, whatever the data, can be changed into the float data type. Now finally let's see how to change the value to string data type. So now it's our string data type. We know what is the value of C. The C value is 26.0. I want this 26.0 as a string data type. Now let me give Q is equal to, I just give it as str. Str is a string constructor. I open brackets and I just mention the name of the variable. The name of the variable is C. I just give it as C. Now just I will retrieve my Q Now you can see the value, it is now present in a quotes 26.0. So this is how we have to change the any values to the specific data type, and that is what we call as a typecasting. Now let me see what is the type of my queue. Now the type of my queue is string. You can see there is a string data type. So typecasting, so converting from any type to the specific type. So int, when I use this int constructor, it is used to convert the integer literals, floating point literals, or string literals to the specific constructor called int. It converts to int. Float, as the same, the integral literals, float literals, and string literals can be converted to float, and string. So including, so if you want to change the data to a string data type, so you can use a constructor called str, and it makes you the data to convert in a string data type. So this is how we have to convert the data, any specific data, to a specific data type like integer, float, or string. So the converting from one type to other type we call as a typecasting. So this can be done with the help of a constructor called int, float, and string. I hope this video is helpful. Thank you for watching.